Today I want to speak about our amazing sponsor, V&J Auto Body. That's right, V&J Auto Body has now opted to be our primary sponsor here on the podcast, and we couldn't be happier. So V&J Auto Body is a shop that's been around for 40 years. It's a family-owned shop. It still is, okay? Yours truly works there. I have worked there for 9 years. I'm a manager and a writer. We have a fantastic, dynamic crew, right? Professional in all ways. Myself and my partner have between us probably about 40 years combined experience in the insurance industry in various roles. The shop itself is a very progressive shop. And what I mean by that is a future forward-looking shop. We have attained most major manufacturer certifications. All right, most recently, we just became Range Rover certified and Rivian. All right, we continue to move forward in that realm as well. All right, so from a standpoint of being prepared to assist you, the public, in every possible way when it comes to having your collision damaged vehicle repaired and restored to pre-loss condition, V&J Auto Body is the one place you need to be. All right. The shop itself, we have some of the most highly trained technicians. We have the most advanced equipment, right? And we are continually upgrading that and continuing the training, right, for all people. And they really make the investment, folks. I mean, we're sending guys across the country. The owners themselves, James Verone and Chandler, are always attending various industry seminars and various talking heads and folks that are intimately involved in the industry, right? So that we stay ahead of the curve and we know what's happening before it happens. All right, we know what's coming, so we're prepared. All right, we are prepared both intellectually, technically, all right, and also business-wise. All right, and the one thing you can always count on with V&J Auto Body is we're going to represent your interests and not the interests of the insurance company. All right, and we're going to be with you all the way from start to finish. All right, our professional office staff, all right, they're of claim rep quality. All right, and the girls do a phenomenal job. They really know the insurance industry inside out, all right, and they can make sure that your claim gets reported, recorded, and handled the right way from the beginning. All right, so you don't have to worry about that part of the aggravation. All right, V&J is going to take care of all that for you. All right, V&J Auto Body, they are in Lindenhurst and can be reached at 631-226-0070. That's 631-226-0070. Of course, they are on our network at collisionservicenetwork.com. All right, but V&J Auto Body, folks, if you're in the Babylon area, if you live in the town of Babylon, you're in that area, you certainly should be having your car repaired there. So remember, all right, if you get into an accident or you need to file an insurance claim, give the folks over at V&J Auto Body a call, 631-226-0070. They have you back. To another exciting episode of the one and only Crash Course. I, of course, am the host of this amazing podcast, Peter Crouch. Welcome to the show. Hey, listen, I want to get right to it here, right, with respect to the subject matter at hand. And that subject matter, of course, is, insurance, auto body, auto repair. Our mantra, right, we're giving you information and knowledge you need and can use and advice you can trust. All right, and on that note, here's some advice. So this came across the wire. I just saw this, and I know I've thrown this out there. I know I've talked about it, but this is going to bring a little more clarity to it. I've been warning everybody about the insurance companies, and they're raising rates like crazy. All right, if you haven't looked at your premium notice, you probably should take a close look because it's gone up. And I got this the other day here. So the hard statistic is since January of this year, all right, the average insurance premium has gone up 15%. 15%. That's only about 6 months ago, folks, and they're going up again. In fact, by the end of the year, they'll probably be up another 15%. So that could be as much as a 30% increase in our insurance premiums in 1 year. Is that sick? And as of 2021, right, which I'm not that good with math, but I think that's only 3 years ago, a 48% increase, all right, in insurance premiums. I mean, holy shit. Okay, I just got to throw that explicative out there for that. That is insane. I knew my insurance went up, but I didn't think it went up that much. 48%. Think about that. If your paycheck went up that much in 3 years, right? Think about that. And what is up with that anyway, right? I'm gonna deviate a little bit here because I'm gonna go off on a tangent. And what the hell is that all about? Why is it that the shit that we have to pay for goes up 10, 20, 30, 40%, but the paycheck goes up 2%, 2%, 3%, no percent, right? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm going to be 62 this Saturday, and these are the things that start to cross your mind as you get older. I call it the wisdom of absurdity. That's what I call it, the wisdom of absurdity, right? I like that. I think I'm going to try and, what's Donald Trump saying? I think I'm going to try and brand that. But at any rate, I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one, right? I mean, it's retarded. 48%. And what the hell do you get in return for that? 40%, 48% increase since 21. I don't know about you, but I didn't get anything. I didn't get a card. Thank you for allowing us to bang you over the head for the last 3 years and take your money. No, you don't get anything, right? Think about it. Insurance, and I've talked about this in the past. If you followed me on the radio station, I had a whole show on this. Insurance is like the most bizarre business there is, right? Because you pay, and you get nothing. Now, the insurance companies will turn around, well, you are getting something. You're getting protection. You're getting peace of mind, right? You heard that one. We're getting peace of mind. I don't know how much peace of mind I'm getting anymore, all right? 48% increase, 15% this year alone. I don't know about you, but I don't know how much peace of mind that's giving me, all right? But that's what they'll tell you, right? Well, you're getting peace of mind. You're getting... Okay, I'm getting peace of mind. I'm getting a peace, all right, and it ain't from my mind. So insurance is like the most bizarre business, right? Because anything else that we get charged, we usually get a good or a service for, right? I mean, I'm just saying. Even if you're investing, right? You like investing? You guys out there? Any of you guys out there investing, right? Like me, I got my brokerage account. I like to mess around. I'm no financial wizard, I'll tell you that, but I do all right, and even that, right? You move your money around, and then if you kind of know what you're doing and you educate yourself, hopefully that money grows a little bit, or maybe you buy some stocks and then you sell them, and you're like, woo, I made $300 on that deal, and I sold it. The freaking insurance, though, we pay, and we get nothing, and we don't even know, most of us, right? Because I've talked about this at length, all right, folks? Most of us don't even know what the hell we're paying for. Check that out, all right? And that goes in the annuals of the wisdom of absurdity, for sure. Okay, you keep paying, you don't even know what the hell you're paying for. Right? If I did a man on the street with insurance, and what do I mean by that? I walked up to you and said, "Hey, do you know who your insurance company is for your car?" Hopefully, 9 out of 10 people are going to be able to tell me yes to that. And then if I asked you, "What kind of insurance do you have?" Guarantee it, most people are going to be like, what do you mean? Well, what are you paying for every month? What do you mean? Are you paying for collision, comp, bodily injury, uninsured, underinsured, no fault, lost wages, rental reimbursement? I don't know. I just, the bill comes and I pay it. Oh, okay. Terrific. All right. Fantastic. But that's the reality, right? Now, of course, we're trying to change that reality here at Crash Course, right? We're trying to educate everybody. That's what I like to say. We're educating the folks, right? Giving you guys information and knowledge you need and can use, and advice you can trust. And as I started the program, I said, here's some advice. So the advice here is that you better go home and check your insurance policy. I used to call that shopping your insurance. Folks, when rates start going up this high, I think we all need to really start dialing in on this. All right, I know this isn't like the subject matter of the day, right? You're not going to sit around a water cooler at work or a barbecue or a party and start breaking out the liquor and talking about insurance. That ain't happening. Okay, that's never happening probably, right? But I think we all better. I think we better start, opening up our policies and drilling down and find out just what the hell I'm paying for. Okay, because you're paying. All right, you're paying. You're paying now. We all are. All right? People should really give a shit. I'm just saying. It really is something to watch with the insurance business. Okay? People just write that check. All right? Now, if you're well off enough, I'm sure you're writing a check once a year, and good for you. All right? I used to do that. Screw that. Now I pay it monthly. But if you're fortunate enough to be able to do that, great. So what? You're still getting ripped off, all right? You're still paying 48% more than you did 3 years ago. And what the hell are you paying for? You should know. Do you have the maximum limits? I don't know. Do you need them? Do you need to have the highest limits? I don't know. I don't know what your asset class is. I don't know what your exposure is. But if you do, you better make damn sure you have it. All right? Because this is just becoming untenable, right? So if they're going to start beating us over the head here, folks, I think we all need to be a little more responsible and stuff. So shop your insurance, guys. At least every 6 months, please take a look at your policy. Find out what the hell you're getting hit over the head for. Right? Because as I started to say earlier, insurance is the most bizarre business there is, right? What do I mean by that? Because we pay and pay. We get nothing. We don't get a service. We don't get a product, right? They're not making widgets or anything. So we're not walking away with anything. Shit, they're not even giving you a decal. I remember when I started in the industry, they would give you decals to put on your car, right? State Farm, Allstate, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And everybody was so proud to be insured with this company and that company. And then maybe you get a pen and a little cup or something. They don't even give that. So you're paying more money and you don't even get a Primo. You get nothing. In fact, they'll probably charge you for the Primo. You want a decal? Yeah, it's 50 cents. So that's where we're at today, folks. All right? And it's not good. And it don't look good in the future. In fact, they're saying in this area here, by year's end, average premium for the year is going to be almost $2,500. Now, when you hear average in insurance speak, trust me, believe me, remember what I told you, okay? I was in this industry for almost 30 years. Anytime you hear the word average, because they love to use that against the body shops. They love it. Well, on average, this is how much money that most shops will work for. That's bullshit, okay? Right off the bat, that's double speak for we're going to give you the bare bones that we can give you. So when you hear year's end average premium, yeah, that's the guy or the girl that's paying for bare bones, whatever the state requires for them to get in the car and feel safe. They're saying it's almost $2,500. I don't know. I'm just saying, folks. I'm not making this shit up, okay? And now hear this. This I found shocking. The most expensive insurance rates, all right? The highest premiums are paid in Maryland and South Carolina. Almost $3,500 a year. South Carolina? I mean, what are they running into down there? You know, I don't know. I mean, I know things have changed, but they've changed a lot since I went through South Carolina. I was going to military school in Georgia. I would drive through that state, and I didn't see anything but palmetto bugs and palmetto trees. I know it's changed. I'm being facetious here with that. But here's what they said about that. And I'm throwing this out there because I know we're all moving, right? Everybody's trying to get the hell out of New York, and that's great. I hear you. All right, I'm still working on that exit plan. But I was surprised, South Carolina, right? I mean, everybody just figures, hey, it's a great state. No, low taxes, no bullshit. You can live free, and yada yada. But apparently, you can't. Apparently, you can't drive your car for free. I mean, it's like $3,500 a year down there. I think what they're saying with respect to these two states, from what I got, there was a lot of legislative nonsense that kind of forced the insurance companies to pay for stuff. Do you know what I'm saying here? Read between the lines. And, folks, whenever the insurance companies get forced to pay for shit that they don't think they should be paying for, no problem. They raise the rate. And that's what they did there. So I think South Carolina and Maryland, you go there, you're probably going to get like more things covered that you probably wouldn't get covered on a normal policy, but you're paying for it. Now, the other states, listen up. The other states come in a close second. Florida, Louisiana, and Nevada. So Florida and Louisiana are getting hammered. Why? Because of the storms, because of the weather. Right? You're going to pay a lot more money. Now, it's more money on the housing, for sure, but they also said that the premiums on cars and trucks and stuff like that are also affected. They're elevated. Right? That's because of the extreme weather down in those areas. Now, here's the insurance industry's explanation for this. I love this. The insurance industry blames high inflation, more expensive cars, and costlier the repairs are to fix. Then they claim the shortage of auto techs and auto mechanics industry-wide is also a contributing issue. Industry-wide, graduates from automotive programs and schools has plummeted by over 25%. By almost 25%, all right? And that's over the last 3 years. Now, I don't know, if you're in that business, educating, future people for automotive, whether it's, mechanical, auto body, and this statistic didn't differentiate between that, if you know what I'm saying. Like they didn't say, oh, it's auto body and auto mechanic. It just said, people involved in the auto industry. So that's plummeted by almost 25%. So in other words, the people that are going into these schools, all right, they've been seeing a direct and deliberate reduction in that, in how many people are graduating. That's a problem. I know that. I work in the body shop industry. All right, that's always been a problem, and it continues to be a problem. And, there are some good solutions out there, but, again, it's always a matter of, who's paying for everything. Always comes down to money, man. It's always follow the money, right? Follow the money. Speaking of following the money, anyway, I hope that helped our folks out there. All right, just please, insurance is going through the roof, man, all right? And things are getting more expensive for all of us. And unfortunately with insurance, we really don't understand or appreciate what the hell we paid for or didn't pay for. All right? That's why I tell you, shop your insurance, folks, because the only time that you find out what you've been paying all this money for is when you have an accident. Right? That's it. So you could pay for 10 years, and then all of a sudden, bam. Right? Now everybody's scrambling. Oh, my God, we got to call the insurance company. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. And then you find out what you were paying for the last 10 years isn't a whole hell of a lot. And they'll be the first ones to tell you that, too. All right? They'll be the first ones to tell you that, folks, when they get you on the phone. Hey, how you doing, Mrs. Smith? Great. I appreciate you calling. We're going to take really good care of you. We're going to take good care of you to the extent that you took care of us. All right? Again, they're not going to say it like that, but that's exactly what they mean. Right? So if you paid for the minimum coverage, Mrs. Smith, we're going to give you minimum coverage. All right? It's really quite an industry. It's very convoluted, and I would argue very, very one way. All right, and that's why here at Crash Course, we like to make sure that our listeners, all right, understand this and understand that they do have rights, all right, and options when it comes to dealing with the insurance company. You do. They're not going to tell you that, but you do. You have rights and expectations under your insurance policy that you can demand of the insurance company. All right, and that's an outside issue, obviously, of whatever coverage you pay for. All right, but folks, I've said this before. Listen up. All right, if you live in New York, specifically here on Long Island, you need to have the most amount of coverage. And when I mean most amount, I mean the highest dollar value of coverage you can afford. I'm sorry, you simply cannot be without it. There are so many people. All right, if I told you on a weekly basis how many customers come in my shop, and I have to hear, the cop turned around and found out this guy didn't have insurance, that guy didn't have insurance, or that guy took off. It's not good. All right, and God forbid you're injured, all right, really injured. You're going to be in a bad way. Are you going to sue him? The guy didn't have any insurance. What the hell do you think he's going to have at home? He's going to have a bank account that you can sue him? He's not going to have shit. Right? He's not going to have anything. That's why he didn't go get insurance. So please, shop your insurance, man. Make sure that you got the coverage, right? Your UMUI, I've talked about. Your uninsured, underinsured motorists, you have to have it in New York State, but guess what? It's minimum. It's minimum. Minimum ain't going to work here. Right? So make sure you really drill down into your insurance issues, your insurance products, whether it's homeowners, whether it's business, whether it's car, whether it's boat. How about boat? Marine, right? It's another one. And make sure that you have what you need, that you feel you need to be comfortable, and what you can afford. All right? Because as I said, it's the most bizarre business. We pay, and we don't even know what the hell we're paying for. Right? We're not getting a widget. We're not getting pens. We're not getting drugs. We're not getting food. We're not getting anything. I mean, shit, the only thing I get from my insurance company is literally a bill. That's it. You don't even get a, hey, how you doing, checking up on you. Nothing. They could give a damn less. All right? So don't be that guy or girl, though. When you get in a bind, you find out what you don't have. Not good. All right? Especially when they're raising our rates like crazy, man. I mean, this is insane. 48% in 3 years? Come on. I mean, what are we doing here? All right, so we cleared the air on that. All right, so I want to say a couple things at V&J Auto Body. All right, we love V&J Auto Body. V&J Auto Body is a proud sponsor, of course, of Crash Course. And these guys have been with us. They've been walking the walk and holding our hand all the way. All right, so and of course they're on our network, right? You go to, and what network is that? Collision Services Network. All right, go to collisionservicenetwork.com. Please do. And opine over there if you would. All right, we did grow up. All right, we do have a Google review page, so you can leave us a review. You can review this program. All right, let us know what you think, folks. You see us on Instagram, right? You know where we are. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and of course the podcast is on Spotify. All right, we do have a YouTube channel. I like to remind everybody of that once in a while. Please go there if you like that kind of thing. I love YouTube. Right, I'm a musician. I use it all the time. I can find musical attributes as far as instrumentation, notation. All right, I'm a drummer in a band, so I use it all the time. All right, I know we all have our personal use on YouTube, but if you're a YouTuber, well then, please go to our YouTube channel, check it out. All right, but Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify. So Instagram, right? We have our reel there. We also have our Instagram post. Let us know. All right, we want to hear some comments. All right, comment on the show. Right, when you see us on Instagram, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. You think the show's good? You get something out of it? You learned something you didn't know about, or maybe we got you to think about something you don't think about. Let us know so we know how to improve the show. All right. So getting back to V&J though, V&J Auto Body is of course on Collision Service Network. They have been from the beginning, and we love those guys. A full disclosure, I do work there. I'm one of the estimators. And we're located in Lindenhurst. All right, they are a big-time sponsor and supporter of what we do here at Crash Course and also Collision Service Network. All right, both, of course, were designed for two reasons. Mostly the number one, the priority was for the folks, all right, you guys out there, all right, is to help educate everybody and provide an unbiased source of information and knowledge. And most significantly, though, is to also provide a network, all right, listen up, a network of reliable private body shops. And what I mean by that is these guys have no affiliation with the insurance company. Folks, this is so important. I stress this, I think, on every episode. At least I try. Okay? Please, you do not want to end up in an insurance company shop. And I don't give a shit if there's some guy out there right now from body shop and he's going to see me on Instagram or Facebook and, this guy's full of shit. No, I'm not. I'm not. He's full of shit. Okay? Because that business model is good for one thing and one thing only, the insurance industry. That's it. Okay? Has to be. Otherwise, they would have never got on board with it. Trust me. Folks, I know this. Okay? I'm no guru. I'm no executive officer from there, but I did work in that capacity for 30 years, and I had many, many different positions. I've sat through many insurance seminars, listened to many managers bloviate over and over again about how this is going to be so good and it's going to help us save money and blah, blah, blah. And I got to tell you, very rarely did I hear, this is going to be great for the consumer, the insured. Bullshit. It was always telling us, it was always, the presentations, the meetings were always oriented, or we could say they were always framed, all right, to point out the money-saving capacity or the controlling capacity. Very rarely did I hear, this is going to be great for the people that insure with us. No. I mean, I'm just saying. This is the truth. I know the truth hurts a lot of times, especially today. People don't like to hear the truth or they don't like to deal with facts, but too bad. Here at Crash Course, we do deal with facts, and we deal with the truth. And the truth is that the insurance company-sponsored programs or the direct repair programs or screw the consumer program, or whatever the hell you want to call it, all right, it is what it is. Now, the other side knows this too, my competition. I don't even call them competition because I think they're just a bunch of deadbeats anymore. I'm not even going to mention them because I don't want to give them any plugs, but they know who the hell they are. And if the body shop's listening to this podcast, you know who they are too. They've been around a lot longer than we have, but they do a lot less. In fact, I would argue they do nothing now. But at any rate, they claim to be, we're for the industry and everything. Bullshit, they're for the industry. Meanwhile, they allow the industry to evolve to where it is. All right, they're responsible. They are responsible for helping this program evolve. Folks, this program is very good for the insurance companies, and that's why they latched onto it. That's why they promoted it. All right? because it allows them to control the claim, control the costs, all right, and control the time, the repair time. That's it. That's all it's ever about. Remember what I told you? All right, remember this? Insurance companies do one thing really well. What's that? They look for ways to cut costs when, where, and often, and it starts with your claim. The minute you get on the phone with Mr. Insured, hey, how you doing, Mr. Smith? Great. Had an accident. Woo! Everybody okay? All right, terrific. Now, let me see. Let me help you out. Let me see where I can screw you. Let me see where I can, when I can help you. And it starts right out. Think about it. If you come to my shop and I got to get you in a rental, you know what I got to do to get you in a rental? Is the car drivable? Well, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Well, that's open to interpretation, right? Somebody might say the car's drivable. Somebody else might say, I don't feel safe in it. But you know what? The insurance company don't give a shit. They asked me right off the bat, airbag blown, the wheels blown, the tires on the car, does it start and drive, blah, blah. Well, then it's drivable. Oh, okay. Say you. But my customer's not comfortable. And last time I checked, the insurance policy says we will pay for supplemental transportation. It doesn't say if the car's not drivable, if this or that, blah, blah, blah. Just says if it's not available for regular use as a result of an accident, mechanical breakdown, or blah, blah, blah. But true to form with the insurance companies, they paraphrase everything, and they put shit in there that's got nothing to do with what's written in the policy, and they'll turn around and tell you right off the bat, well, Mrs. Smith, you should be driving that car right up into the day that they start taking the bumper off. All right? Bullshit. But, and here's a big but, if you end up at an insurance company shop, all right, a direct repair shop, guess what? Those guys aren't going to be beating the drum too hard for you. So you're probably going to be made to drive the car. You won't feel that safe in it. It might look like a shit box, but they'll make you drive it. All right, so, excuse me, no good, folks. NG, if you call your insurance company, report an accident, please use the old Nancy Reagan mantra. Just say no. Nancy Reagan had her own little thing going. You know, all first ladies have their projects. Well, hers was just say no to drugs. We're going to adopt that. I don't think Nancy Reagan would be too upset with that. And we're going to say, just say no to the insurance companies. When you're on the phone and they start pressuring you, hey, Mr. Smith, you know, we have a shop. You should really bring your... No, I'm not doing that because I listened to Peter Crouch on Crash Course. He told me, you guys are a bunch of bums, and I'm going to have one of his shops on their network. Don't say that. But you just tell them, say no, and you go to collisionservicenetwork.com, and you choose one of our amazing partner shops, and you'll be well taken care of. And if something goes wrong, something goes sideways, guess what? Those folks are going to stand in your shoes, and they're going to fight the fight for you. They're going to represent your interest, not the interest of the insurance company. Can't say that for an insurance company shop. Can't, folks. They'll tell you they can. They're full of shit, all right? Because if I'm feeding you, all right, if I'm giving you food, all right, and I say, no, I cut food off, how aggressive you going to want to be with me? Probably not, all right? Some of them might, most of them won't, all right? So let's not do that anymore, all right? Just say no. You report your claim. Now, you come to my shop, we do all that for you. And if you go to a Collision Service Network shop, they do it as well, right? They have professional staff. A lot of them have ex-insurance people like myself. And we take you in. We do the entire thing. We contact the insurance company, help you report the claim. Remember what I said? If you follow me, how you report a claim can make all the difference on what your experience is going to be, folks. And I mean that. And I don't mean, you know, some jerk off out there right now. Oh, what do you mean? You know, roughing up the car. No. I mean there's a way to report a claim the right way. Okay? And Collision Service Network partner shops are going to make sure that it gets reported the right way. All right? Same with V&J. All right. Hey, speaking of getting back to V&J Auto Body. You know V&J Auto Body is a highly certified shop. That's right. Probably the most certified shop in all of Suffolk County and quite possibly Nassau and Suffolk. V&J Auto Body, I believe, has over 28 certifications, including now Rivian. You like Rivian? Well, we're one of only 2 certified to fix Rivian. And, of course, we just picked up Range Rover. We do Range Rover and Jaguar as well. And, of course, we were one of the first shops in Suffolk County to be qualified to repair the old Tesla. Right, and we continue to evolve. That's what we do at V&J Auto Body, thanks to the leadership of Chandler Roan and James. Okay, they keep an eye down the road and an eye on where we're at, and we continue to grow and expand our business. All right, and we please keep an eye out for us. All right, because we are an acquisition growth company. So what that means is we are going to be acquiring other shops, all right, and rebranding them down the road, and that's how we're going to continue to grow. All right, which means we'll continue to be able to service more and more people and reach more and more of the folks and help everybody out. And we are fiercely an independent shop, which means we look out for you and you only. Right? We only deal with the insurance company to the extent that we have to represent your interest. V&J Auto Body, all right, located in beautiful downtown Lindenhurst, 631-226-0070. Give those guys a call, all right, especially, folks, if you're driving a Rivian, driving a Tesla, driving a Jag, driving a Range Rover, you've got to have your car fixed at V&J Auto Body, bar none, all right? In-house flatbed service 24/7, concierge service 24/7. What does that mean? That means if you need to go home, we take you home. If you need a rental car, the rental car goes on the flatbed, gets delivered to your door, and your car comes back to the shop. All right? Among other services as well. You need to go to your job, we'll take you to your job, pick you up at a train, whatever you need to do. All right? So it's a holistic, full-service approach. V&J Auto Body, proud sponsor of this podcast, Crash Course. We love those guys. All right? So please, if you got a wreck or you got a problem with your car and it's auto body, give them a call. All right? They're going to do the right thing for you. All right, I think we're gonna end it there. All right, I think we got a lot of stuff out there. We got a lot of information out there for the folks. And I did touch on the direct repair program there again because that's, for me, I'm very passionate about that. All right, that's because I worked in the industry. All right, and at some point I saw the contracts, at least with the company that I worked for. All right, I saw the contracts, the way they were written. And, folks, they're not written for us, okay? They're not written for us. They're written for the insurance company, and I would argue even to an extent the stupid body shop that's electing to do business with them. Right? And these guys will rationalize it. Well, you gotta, it's better to be a partner than to be an adversary. And all right, cut through the bullshit. You know what it is? You know why they decide to go that route? Because they got lazy, or because they're too stupid, or maybe a combination of things. And they were like, it's better to go along to get along. So I'm just gonna turn over my business to them, and I'm gonna have them. And that's what you did. When you do that, you turn your business over to them. You're no longer an independent business guy. You think you are, and a lot of the body shop guys are great for that. We're independent businessmen. We should be able to call our own shots. Yeah, no problem. Go ahead, call your own shots. And the majority of them start getting on board with these insurance programs. And it's plain old just stupidity and laziness. They just figured at some point, it ain't worth it anymore. It's easy if I just bend over, work with the insurance companies, and let them dictate to me how much I'm going to get paid for this, how much I'm going to get paid for that. Hell, a lot of these programs, they don't even get paid for towing or storage, okay? So don't help them in their own. Don't be complicit in their stupidity. Right? Go to CollisionServiceNetwork.com and pick an amazing partner shop there that's going to look out for you. All right, folks, that's going to do it. All right, please follow us at YouTube. Check us out on Facebook, and we'll see you on the next episode.